to you. Hello, this is Mandy Miller with Mandy Miller Fitness, and today we are going to do a 40-minute metabolic conditioning workout that is total body, and I am using simply a couple of sets of dumbbells and a mat. There is always a way to make things happen without jumping, so any impactful movement that we'll do, you'll mostly see me doing a lower impact version of it too, because I'm still in my recovery mode. And also there's no overhead pressing in today's workout as well. So if you're working off of a shoulder issue similar to myself, then you are in good hands. Of course, you're still gonna get a great workout without an overhead press and without high impact. But that said, listen to your body first and foremost before you listen to this gal on the internet. So let's get it started. First and foremost, let's take a deep breath in through our nose together, reach up. Exhale it down to your sides, just shake anything off that feels like it's not gonna serve you in this 40-minute workout. And then we're gonna hit play as a team. We have a short mobility warm-up, and then we'll get right into the meat of the work. There are 10 movements. We'll see them 3 times through. Hitting play in 3, 2, 1. Hit it here, and we're heading to our mat. I am not wearing shoes. If you wanted to wear shoes, by all means, please put them on. Take care of yourself. I am mostly doing this because I think it's important to do a workout without shoes, just to feel my feet on the ground. So that said, we're gonna take a nice big shoulder roll to get it started. Roll the shoulders back, start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's go one more time here. Now I want you to reverse that shoulder roll. Starting to feel those shoulders plug into the sockets. Notice if neck and head are feeling funny, just move those things around. Last shoulder roll here. Excellent, and then we're gonna take the arms in and out. We're gonna start to add legs. So with the arms coming in and out, I'm gonna find my heels to seat. Just kind of starting to feel that chest and back, warming up in conjunction with working hamstrings. And obviously the heart is coming into play significantly. Beautiful, let's do a couple more of these. Last one, keep the feet planted wide apart. Excellent, I'm gonna drop into one hip. So I'm choosing this hip on my right, and then I'm gonna squeeze my seat, and then I'm gonna drop into the hip of my left. So I'm really allowing for one leg to straighten while the other knee bends significantly. We can even add a little toe curl, bringing the toes up and then setting them back down to the mat. Really good for mobility of the ankle joint, really good for stability of the feet. We're constantly reorienting that stability. Last one. Excellent. Now from here, I'm gonna step my feet in. Bring your feet about shoulder width apart. Hands come to the hips. I'm gonna hinge, rise, and lift off my heels. So again, working the feet, I'm pressing down through my big toes. As I'm finding my hinge, I'm lifting off that heel to rise, finding a little bit of calf engagement. Let's do one more hinge and calf raise. Excellent, I'm gonna find myself in the hinge position. Arms are in this straight arm fly to overhead fly. Now, like I mentioned, we're not doing any overhead load, but it's important to kind of know, how do my shoulders sit in the sockets as I move overhead? Body weight. Last one. Excellent. And then from here, I'm going to have you meet me on the mat in all fours position. From our all fours position, one cat-cow, curl the toes. And then from that cat-cow, I'm going to neutralize my spine, reach left arm, right leg, and pulse. Starting to feel that same extension of the spine. Excellent, and now we're gonna slide it out, pull it in. Give me one more, total of 3. And then now I'm gonna bring elbow to knee underneath nose. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, plant that hand and foot. Let's switch the sides. I'm just pulsing. Pull the navel in here. Feel that stability in the opposite palm and knee. And now I'm going to open and close. Open and close, just activating that outer hip, finding stability yet again, last one. And now I'm gonna bring the elbow in to meet the knee and reach. So I'm feeling that cat-cow orientation. Last one. Excellent, I'm gonna stay on on the knees, bring my hands a little bit wider apart. We're warming up, so no need to get too crazy here. I'm gonna do my push-up, and then I'm gonna pull the elbow up. Push and pull. We'll see something similar to this. Let's just do one more per side, and we're gonna add the legs a little bit. Excellent. Now from here, I'm gonna step one foot outside the hand, bring myself off the back knee, and I'll do my reach. I'll step back to my plank, lift my hips, and then I'll do the other side. Reach, back to plank, lift the hips. Beautiful. Come back to plank position on our last 10 seconds. We're just gonna get a little mountain climber in, get that heart rate up. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You'll see 3 sets of low body multi-joint, 3 sets of upper body multi-joint, and then mixed within that are cardio and core elements. We're gonna start with our low body. We'll grab our set of dumbbells. I'm using 10s. I'm not trying to break any records with the weight used today. It's conditioning. So I'm gonna go into a lateral lunge on one side, float the foot, return, and then squeeze the legs together. So we're getting a little air underneath the feet, which activates this feeling of a plyometric, but it's not as intense as a jump, for example. And what I also feel is a little obliques because I'm having to find stability without rotating the trunk or torso. Beautiful. Are you breathing? Think about gravity being your not friend. Your not friend. So push with the exhale. Beautiful. Excellent job, team. We're gonna keep this heavy set of dumbbells for our upper body combo, upright row into a bicep curled squat. So bring your feet about shoulder width apart, slight turn out, palms face you. Pull, release, turn the palms first, and then squat. You saw me struggle, right? It's what's up. Okay, do it again. Upright row, turn the palms, curl and squat. My elbows come right to those knees. And I'm not trying to move too quickly here. This is our strength. So I'm working that musculature versus trying to raise the heart rate too much. Obviously the heart rate's up, but I'm not trying to exhaust the heart rate here. I'm trying to get that muscular burn in the biceps, shoulders, and back. So healthy. Excellent job. We got 5 seconds. Let's do this whole combo. Cardio is next. Core is next. Cardio's fourth. Excellent job. We're gonna set the weight, single weight down. We're gonna keep one weight. Okay, we're gonna do a windmill. It's a standing windmill. I'm gonna bring my foot and then palm faces you. So I've got my left and left. Right arm's gonna lift and squeeze. So we're working our obliques here, which kind of calls back to the first activity, that lateral floating lunge, alternated style. Give me one more on this side. Check out my feet. I'm gonna turn them so that now I've got my working arm with the foot towards the side, or rather the front of my mat, but it's on the side in the screen. So I'm letting my knuckles drag down the inseam of my pant. Here's the breathing. Inhale down, exhale, tuck this glute. Let's do one more. Finish this out. And now it's cardio time. So drop the dumbbell off, showing this to you from the side. I'm gonna take a front kick, back kick with a hop. Mandy, what if I'm not hopping? Then in that case, you're gonna go front kick, back kick, no hop. What? That's crazy. I'm on the ball of the foot. You've got 5 seconds left on side one. Little balance here. 3, 2, switch your legs. I don't have to hop. I'll be honest though, I feel like hopping makes it a little easier for me. Interestingly enough. Just a quick review, don't have to hop. Could be that front to back kick. You got 5, 2, and time. We're back around into our low body multi-joint, whole new movement. You need your heavier dumbbells, my 10s. My feet are closer together, hip width, palm face your body, hinge forward. Now in this instance, my knuckles graze the tops of my thighs and my shins. Inhale down, bow forward, exhale forward, up. Showing this to you from a profile. My hands do not leave my legs. Why? It keeps my lats on. I have to push the weights towards myself as my body hinges to the front. Pretty traditional movement. Take a look at your feet. Are they aligned? Meaning, are they pointed forward? Are they doing equal work in terms of weight placement? Yes. We want those answers to be yes. Beautiful. This is 3, 2, and that's your time. In the next upper body movement, I'm going to grab my lighter set of dumbbells. 2 things are happening. I've got a lateral raise straight into that mid delt, and then a kick back in the hinge. So I'm going to go out to the side, T position, bend the elbows, kick them back. I think it'll be helpful to see this forward for a couple of reps, and then we'll turn profile for the last bit. Inhale to hinge, exhale, kick it back. Just so you can see it to the side here, I'm going to finish this rep out. And then you'll see this profile positioning. Arms come to shoulder height. I hinge, pull, and get that triceps kick back. A lot of things happening. Mid delts here, post delts, triceps here. A lot of things happening. So good for us though. That's why it's called multi-joint. I'm getting a lot of different activities through the musculature. You've got time to do the row, and then we're going to set these 5s down. Excellent. Now from here, I'm going to find my plank position. This is our core work. In your high plank, I'm going to take my right knee to my chest, cross and lift. Bring it back into the chest, switch the legs. Left knee to lift, cross, rise. Bring it back in. Right knee, cross, lift, return. Left, cross, lift, return. Really fun little core combination. Working feet. Again, this is another reason why not wearing shoes can be super informative of your footprint, quite literally. Beautiful. We've got 5 more seconds to go. Crossing the hips, reestablishing the balance in the legs each time I lift. That is your time, by the way. Okie doke, next on the list. Woo, I'm gonna rise my way up and it's sachet time. So I could do this body weight. This is what I'm going to do. If I wanted to make it harder, maybe I would add some ankle weights to it, or maybe a mini band across the thighs. So option to keep it low impact just like this. Option to give it a little hop. Option to give it a little hop. Listen to your body. I actually would defer to doing larger movements with the legs and arms without the hopping. Turn your torso to the back of the mat and then the front of the mat. Careful that you're not hyperextending your back or letting your abs and ribs just be there. Think about drawing them back and in. Breathe. We're on the floor next. This is 2. This is 1. Meet me on the floor. We don't need equipment for the first of 2 activities on the ground. Choose a foot. I'm balanced on one leg, my right leg, left knee to chest, elbows bend. I kick, tap, rise, return. Kick, tap, rise, return. So this leg, this moving leg, right leg, is having to bring it in, kick it parallel, tap it down, and return. We've got time for 3, 2, 1. Switch your legs at the end of the rep. Bring the other knee in. Set the hips. Kick, tap, lift, return. Let's get active through those arms. Kick, tap, lift. That leg is a little higher than I want it to be. Kick here so the thighs are parallel. Tap it down, lift it. Requires core control. Last thing I have on the list is a push-up. So I know I saved the best for last, literally. That is, of course, sarcasm. Rock your way up. You need 1 dumbbell. My first round, I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna keep it with a 5-pound dumbbell. Okay, the last bit of our warm-up really included some of this. So now I'm in this plank position. I'm gonna step my right foot outside my right hand, grab the dumbbell, row it. Then I place my foot back, I do a wide grip push-up. Then guess what? I do the other side. I do my row, I set the dumbbell down, I step back to my plank, I do my push-up. Could I do my push-up on my knees? Yes. Example here. Get a good push-up, pop back up. I do the other side. Wrap it around the rib, set it down, step back, do that push-up. How low can you get on your push-up? Work on that range. And then at the end of this is your last push-up. Knees come down, and that's the set. So we'll see that 2 more rounds. Now, right now, we've got about a 45-second rest. I like to reset my space. You know we're starting with low body multi-joint, but if you need a little sip of water, which it's really funny, the last workout I filmed, I left my water out, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that this time. Guess what? I did that this time too. So I am parched, and I'm just going to suffer through round 2, because sometimes life hands you lemons, and you make lemonade. Okay, so, shake it all off. Nothing's changing. We're just repeating this so that our tweak phase, our second round, feels really informed. Pick up your weights, step to the center of your mat, and we're gonna start it again. I go lateral lunge, float, drop back in, squeeze the seat. I take that beat right here. Out, up, back out, and all the way up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale to squeeze the legs together. So we're working a lot of abductors or outer hips. Now our focus with the lateral lunge is a little adductor or inner thighs to squeeze the legs together. Big in, out, in and out. Beautiful. Weights are just at our sides. No need to make it any more complicated than it already is. Excellent. We're going to be moving into upper body. I'm going to do the best I can with these 10s. And now I'm going to find myself with my feet about shoulder width apart, slight turnout. Palms come in. Here we go. 1 upright row, turn the palms, curl and squat. Do it again. Bilateral upright row, turn the palms, bilateral squat. Return. Here's the breathing. Exhale up, inhale lower, exhale up, inhale return. Now, if you're starting to piddle out on one arm or the other like me, you may want to drop the set, meaning I might grab my 5s here, because I can tell I'm on like rep number 5 here. I'm like, I'm not going to make it. And guess what? I'd rather do it well than do it unwell and then be like, oh, I feel that later in my joints versus my bones and muscles. Excellent job. Now I'm going to move into my windmill. I'm actually going to keep my lighter set because I'm now going to include my shoulder pack. It's not overhead. It's going to stay right here on the shoulder. Hand comes inside the inseam. Toes and knees. I'm leaning down and rising up. I could even hold a heavier weight in my lower hand if I wanted to get really fancy, which is also an offset load. Really hard for our internal and external obliques. We're gonna switch our sides here. Turn the feet first, palm and palm. Here we go, inhale down. Stick your hip out on the right. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale down. It's like you're trying to tell your best friend a little secret. Hey, secret time. Inhale and squeeze. Beautiful team, we got a few more seconds. We got time for one more before we move on. It's cardio time. Go ahead and set your dumbbells down. And here we go. I'm gonna face forward for this one. I chose to move that right leg first and balance left. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, switch the legs. I'm on the ball of that right foot, trying to find ankle mobility, foot stability. Yes, I'm bopping around, I'm not meaning to. Little over halfway, come on. It's my least favorite part of the workout is the cardio. It's true. If you've ever worked out with me before, I've said it before. This is 4, 3, 2, that's your time. Okay, grab your heavier set of dumbbells. Time for a hinge. Showing this to you on a little bit of an angle this time. Feet are close. Weights next to the thighs. Here we go. Tuck your chin. Inhale down. Exhale, rise. I'm looking down the bridge of my nose, and as my body travels, the gaze changes, meaning maybe I'm looking slightly forward of my mat. Now I'm looking at my pedicure. Finally got one. It's been a minute. It's just no longer a priority. You know, it's just what's up. Takes a long time. And you know, I would rather spend my time on other stuff. Inhale down, back stays flat. Are your fingers touching your legs? They should be. That keeps my armpit hugging in. Activating the lat. This is 3, 2, and that, my friends, is time. We're gonna pick up our heavier set of dumbbells lighter set of dumbbells unless you wanna grab something heavier. I've got the lat raise and kickback combo. Palms face the thighs. I find that lateral raise. I hinge, find my narrow pull, and then I push the arms back. Come back. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Rise your way up. Weights leave, that's your exhale. Weights return, that's your inhale. Showing this to you profile, I do think it's most successful seeing it here. Taking the hinge. My knees are soft, I'm never locking those joints out. Can I get the elbows higher than the rib cage? Maybe on a good day. Beautiful. By the way, have I told you lately that you're crushing it? You're crushing it, good for you. Okay, that is exactly time. Go ahead and set those light weights down. And it's time for that cross-legged fun plank position. So I'm gonna bring my right knee in, cross the hip, lift, return, bring it in and switch it. Left knee comes in, cross, lift, and return. Cross it back in, switch the legs. We're always reorienting the feet. Bring the other knee in, lift. Good. If doing that full kind of pike position is a little much for you, modification could look like this. Bring the knee in, cross it, hold for a breath, then bring it back. I will tell you a little secret though. This is a little recovery time. So it's kind of nice. It's a little break. Beautiful team. This is your last one. 3, 2, and that's your time. Okay, next on the list, I'm gonna find that sachet. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not sitting. Pretty sure I'm not sitting, because I'm not. It's not time to sit. This, I'm more focused on my aerobic activity and consistency of movement than I am with my intensity. So this is just something I'm trying to sustain for the minute. We're just over the halfway mark. Reaching those arms, feeling the gracefulness originating right from the abdominals. Lift the leg, almost like you're in a bar class. Just a nice little lift. Look to the sides of the room. Maybe your husband's watching you work out, like, hey, check me out, you should be doing this with me. It's good for us. 3, 2, that's your time. Okay, we're on the floor. We've got our single leg bridge, which is great because I'm gonna show you facing you. First leg, now my left. So I'm gonna push, drop, lift, Bring the knee in and set the hips down. Push, drop the heel, lift the heel. Notice my thighs parallel. Drop, lift, return. The tendency is to do something way up here, make it really big. Try not to. Let's do one more on this side. Best you can, right? We're not perfect. Switch your legs. I feel this in my hamstrings, my glutes. Here we go. Push, lower, lift. My leg was like, what are we doing? What's the assignment? I don't know anymore. But I will tell you this. We are 2/3 done with this workout in about a minute's time. All right? You can do it, I can do it, we can do it. That is your time. Now I'm gonna flip over and maybe you grab your heavier weight. I think I am too, actually. I'm changing my mind, not as conservative here. Okay, place it right underneath your sternum. Place your hands, here we go. I'm gonna take my step. I'm gonna take my row. I am getting a little rotation in that row. And then I take my step, I do the other row. Just a little rotation through the trunk here. Try not to dip your head on the push-up if you can. We're all doing our best. Beautiful. This is our finish line, less than 15 away. Give me really good push-ups. Remember, you can do them on your knees. No shame. We all have to start somewhere. That is your time. We get another 45 seconds to break. So a little sip of water if you need it. Towel off if you need it. I'm just gonna chill here for a moment. Whew, my heart rate's racing. It's a good thing. As long as you're breathing, you're good. All right, so we're gonna do one more round. Think of this round as the phase where you put it all together and you make it really smooth, really breath-filled, giving it all the energy and attention you did on the first round when you were learning the movement. Really dial in. We were going at 5 seconds. That 45-second break was like 2 seconds in my brain. Here we go, last 10 minutes of work. I find my float. I return and I squeeze my seat together. See my tuck here? I'm tucking my pelvis. Imagine I'm wearing a pair of suspenders. I'm going to shorten them right here. And then I go again. Rise, drop, and squeeze the legs. I'm less concerned with my speed on this. I know I've mentioned it time and again, but I think it's important to know for anybody in here that's a cardio king or queen, or prince or princess, or cardio jester, whatever royal kind of title you want to work with here. But is your back remaining flat on the hinge? Yes, lats are on. Beautiful team. We've got time for this last lateral lunge. And I'm going to exchange my dumbbells for the lighter set. Why? Because in my second set, I had to drop down. So I can almost guarantee on the third set, I'm not going to make it through the minute. I go again. I'm going to show this to you from the side. I'm standing tall. I break at the hips, knees. I sit low, but I keep my upper body perpendicular to the ground. I'm not folding my way forward. I'm working shoulder rotators just by turning my palms when they're facing forward and then they're facing backward. Nice. Really glad I went down to 5s. I feel like I'm doing myself a major service here because I feel the conditioning in the shoulders and my back and my bicep, but I'm not struggling to get the weight lifted. Very important. Beautiful, that is your time. We're gonna set one of those dumbbells down and grab the heavier one. You heard me mention this on the last set. So I'm gonna turn the palm of the left forward here. I'm gonna rack my right, hinging. Ooh, lost my balance. And squeeze. Really important you set up the footing. The heels are aligned. Left toes out, right toes forward. Good, I'm gonna tell my secret to my best friend. Hey, secret time. Good, you got time for one more. Now switch your footing. Switch the weight. Almost forgot to switch the weight, that would have been funny. Inhale down, tell your secret. Exhale up. First thing to break is the hips. I'm breaking at the hips. If you're familiar with yoga, it's a little bit like triangle pose, but it's moving. Beautiful team, we got time for one more. Okie dokie, I'm gonna set down my lighter dumbbell, pick up my heavier one. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. Oh yeah, I gotta do my front back kick. Right, the thing I don't wanna do, let's go. It's the thing I don't wanna do. Now, if you really wanna get fancy with it, can you go around the world? Now I have to be careful because I have to remember the timing. I got 7 seconds here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's your time. We switch our legs. Can you go in the opposite direction? Ooh, don't kick your doors. Getting to see it 360 too. I think this is a cool way to show you a different viewpoint. Oh my gosh. Oh, my calf is on fire. I'm gonna stop doing my impact and focus on the movement. Oh, she's falling apart at the seams. That's your time, okay? Pick up your heavies or your heavier set. They're not necessarily super heavy. Bring your feet a little closer together, toes and knees point forward, neutral stance. Equal amount of weight. Here we go. Inhale down, knuckles on thighs. Exhale up. I do think it's helpful to see this a little bit of a profile. Watch my lats. Bow forward, and then exhale, rise. It's almost like I'm holding a credit card between my my armpit. Less is more. If I try to go all the way to my toes and I round my back, am I benefiting from this? No, I want to stay in my lats. There's a reason for a Jefferson curl. We're not doing it today. So right now, we're working in the traditional hinge position. Do one more. Yes. Excellent. It's time for upper body. I'm going to exchange my weights. Lateral raise. I'm going to stay facing this diagonal as well. So I'm going to go palms towards the outer edges of the thighs. Exhale the weight out. Hinge at the waist. Pull and push the arms back. What's cool about a triceps kickback is it's prep for my push-up. What's cool about that narrow grip row is it's prep for that lawnmower row in that final exercise. Speaking of final exercise, we are not far away from being done. So we've got number 7, 8, 9, and 10, meaning we got 4 minutes of work time left in about 15 seconds time. We're doing it. Finish line here, 3, 2. Finish the rep out and then meet me in your plank. Meet me in your plank. Amazing. So plank position, actually let's show the two face forward. Plank position, knee comes in, cross and lift. Come back, knee and switch. Knee comes in, cross and lift. Come back and switch. Knee comes in, cross and lift. Come back and switch. Woo-wee. I don't know about you, but I feel like this minute's going by much slower than the other minutes. Rude. Bring that knee in every time. I think we have time for a couple more here. Good, this is 3, 2, and that is your time. Okay, we're gonna do our sachets. Have to stand up for that. This is consistency over intensity. Something you can manage with breath. Now, could I pick it up? Yep, I think I could. So I'm gonna pick it up just a little bit. Lift off that front heel. Find that little bit of a calf raise. Why do you think we warmed up with a calf raise? Because there's calves in this workout. In fact, every single muscle works. Everybody's part of the team today. Total body is so good for us. Everything's getting done in 40 minutes time, including our cool down. Over it, right? It's less than 4% of your entire day. Core and tight. Finish line here. 4, 3, 2, last one. Meet me on the floor. Okay, single leg bridge. Okay, pick a foot. I'm gonna bring it in here. Flex that foot, be active through it. Here we go. Push, kick, tap, rise, return. Push, tap, rise. Let's get active through the arms. Push, tap, rise. I'm driving my triceps into the earth. Good, you got time for 1. Bring it in, switch the feet, please. Here we go. Push, kick, tap, rise, return. Push, tap, rise. Let's lift. Push that ground away from you. You're looking down at your thighs. Neck is long here. Yes, team. All we have left are those push-ups and rows. Upper body to finish the day, which really it's total body, right? This is 3, 2, bring that knee in. Rock yourself up. Pick a weight of choice. I'm gonna pick my 10. I feel like I did a great job with the 10. It felt super sustainable to me. And now I'm gonna plant the hands and I'm gonna step 1 foot out, same arm rows. Set it down, do your push-up, and then switch. Wrap around row, traditional wide grip, push-up, and I come back around to the top. Half a minute, and we're in stretch city, my friends. Stay the course. Keep pushing your body's limits here. We can do anything we set our minds to. That is for certain. The human brain is very strong and malleable. So keep working it. Learn new patterns. It's good for you. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to do that push-up. It's kind of a weak one. And speaking of, that is your time. Okay, so clear your space and make your way onto your back. Whew. Our cool down is short. We've got about 3.5 minutes to work here. So go ahead and meet me on your back. Take a moment, bring the feet wide apart. Let's just goalpost the arms. Start to rotate the knees from right to left. So we're just letting the low back and like butt shelf get a little massage as you drop the knees to one side and then the other side of the mat. We're gonna end up on one side, we're gonna stay there. Just take a moment, look to the back shoulder, plug it in. I wanted to look at you, but don't worry about that. I'm gonna turn the palms down and up. Just 3 times. Get that shoulder rotator cuff. Nice, return the knees through center, switch your side, look to the other shoulder, take a moment in that full twist. We'll do 3 of these on this side. Same thing, I'm doing both arms simultaneously, we're just in a different position. Excellent. Okay, now from here, I'm gonna bring the legs back to table, extend one heel forward, bring the other knee into the chest. Give your hip a little massage around and then reverse that massage. Okay, we're gonna go for a supine twist, but we're gonna move into a pretzel shape. So anchor that foot with the hand of the opposite side. For me, that's my left and right. I'm gonna bend the back knee and catch the back foot with my hand, and then spiral the chest open to look towards the ceiling. Pretzel stretch. A lot of feelings in the side body of the top for me. Excellent, I'm gonna release the foot, bring myself back through center. We'll take one hip bridge and then lower the hips. Let's do the other side. So now I'm going to extend the opposite knee, bring it in, and now I circle the hip around for 3, 2, 1. Reverse it, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'm gonna cross that ankle over the hip. Now, stay here for a moment, anchor your hand, and then I'm gonna start to bend my back knee. I'm gonna reach with my back arm and anchor those shoulders down. Look towards the sky. Keep hugging your knee towards the floor. Take another moment in the pretzel stretch. And then we're gonna unfurl the legs and arms. And this time we're gonna take yet another bridge, but we're gonna clasp the hands behind us and interlace the hands to stretch the chest. Now you can kind of shift your weight front to back a little bit. That feels good to me. We're all different. So if you want to stay static, I'd say stay static, and that's great. I'm gonna release the clasp of the hands, let the hips lower down to the floor, bring the soles of the feet to me. Just push the knees open ever so slightly with the inner thighs. Let's nod the head all the way to the left and right. Feel free to slow this down, really working full range of motion for the neck. Let's just do that one more time. Return to neutral, grab for the outer edges of the thighs, hug your knees into your chest, cross the ankles, rock your way up to sit. We'll stay in the seated position with the legs crossed if that feels okay. And then we're just gonna take a deep forward fold, let the head descend towards the chest. Breathe in. And on the exhale, rise your way back up. Good. I'm gonna turn to face you so you can see what's happening with the shoulders. I'm gonna bring the arm across the chest, look towards the shoulder head of the left or the right, just depends on which side you're on. Same arm reaches overhead, get that tricep, push into the back of the head. Take another moment here and then switch. We're not quite done yet. We've got one more stretch for the calves and the feet, and then we'll call it a 40-minute workout. Same arm comes up and over the head. Make sure you're plugging that shoulder in here. Breathe into that nice tricep area and then release. Good. Take a shoulder roll, slide the legs behind you. Showing this to you from the side, I'm gonna curl the toes and sit back onto the heels. Some of us might stay here in this little bit of a crouched position. Some of us might come up a little more upright, and I can feel that stretch pretty tremendously in my feet. And some of us might even bring the hands behind the hips and lift the hips up. It's a nice quad stretch too. Take another moment here. And then release the hips to the heels. Hands come to the floor. Lift off the knees and walk your hands back to your toes. Grab for either elbows, soften the knees. Sway the upper body around the low body in a semicircle. Plant the feet firm, return to neutral, tuck your chin, and gently roll your way up to stand. Once you're fully standing, give yourselves a round of applause. You did it. We did it together. I felt really good with that workout. It's one of my first returns with heavier load than fives, so you'll see me start to build in a little bit more weight training as my body heals. So I hope you had a great workout. Please let me know what you'd like to see happen on our platform. And again, this is Mandy Miller with Mandy Miller Fitness. I hope you had a good one. Let me know in the comments, and peace.